Hey there, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Violet Vixen. Tonight we are cooking a light savoury slice, and it is called carrot and cheddar slice. There's only a few ingredients, very minimal ingredients, which I've been measuring and chopping and grating and so on and so on. So come on in and I'll talk you through. Okay, so first of all, oven onto 180. You'll need a bowl and a square pan, which you're going to grease and line. Ingredients are as follows: 6 wholemeal Salada biscuits. Now, Aldi only sell the original ones. I love snacking on these. These are good for if you're feeling hungry, but you want to try and be good. So therefore I brought these. Now, when they say a whole one, that's like that. I guess another equivalent of that would be the Sayo biscuit. But these are good because you can cut them into 4. So you need 6 of those. 2 cups of grated low-fat cheddar cheese. Mine's not low-fat, but it is grated, and that's the one that I keep in the bottom of the freezer when not in use. 1 cup of chopped celery. That was about 1.5 sticks of celery. I cut it up pretty small. 1.5 cups of grated carrot. Believe it or not, that was just 1 carrot. 3 eggs, lightly beaten. They're not beaten yet, but there they are. And cayenne pepper or paprika. And I'm going to use paprika. So now that you know what we're doing, we're going to get it done. So first of all, bring over your pan, and what we're basically going to do is just line the base with the saladas. As I say, good thing with these is you can cut them up. You don't really want to go where I want them to go. You can. I don't really think you should overlap them. So just try and sort of crumble them. As I say, it's a savoury dish. So imagine when you make like cheesecake or something where you've got your sweet biscuits for the bottom. Same thing. Only difference is it's a savoury biscuit. And a yummy one at that too. So I'm just going to break them up to pop them down the side. And the ones that are left over, we're crumbling to put on the top. In case you're thinking, well, you've only used 3. So that works good, actually. 3 for the bottom and 3 for the top. So hang on to those. Just slide that over there. And into our bowl, we're going to combine the cheese, the celery, and the carrot. Basically everything. And the eggs. So with the eggs, I'm just going to whip them up in that first. So I always like to break eggs into a cup. For you that are new, there's a couple of reasons why I do this. One is so I don't get shell in it. I just dropped half a shell in it. I can make sure there's no bits of shell in it. And second of all, I can make sure I don't have any bad eggs. Because if you have 2 eggs in there and your last one's a bad egg, you're going to have to throw it out, and I don't want to go through that again. So check them. They're fine. A little bit of shell you can deal with, but you don't want any rotten eggs. Perfect. There's 3 of those. So by just putting them in a cup and giving them a whisk to start with, we've already got half of that job done before we put them in. There we go. Come back over to the bowl. Okay. So it's a fairly straightforward recipe, which is why I chose it. And I thought it would be interesting as well, because sometimes I have a cross between a savoury and a sweet tooth. And once again, it's a recipe with 2 veggies in it, and it's got cheese in it, so could be a good one to try and fool the kids. Or, as I say, if you're trying to be healthy, you're eating something and you don't even realise, but you've just eaten some vegetables. All right. Now with the paprika, just a sprinkle on the top. Don't go too crazy, especially if you choose the cayenne over the paprika. This one's not too bad because it's just a normal paprika. You can use sweet, or you can use the, what's the other one? There's another one. Smoked paprika. Yes, I just had a senior moment. So I've used a fair bit of that because there's no harm in a bit of paprika. All right. Bring this back over. Layer it over the top. So basically, everything's just got a set. So it's the sort of the equivalent of making a bit of a quiche or a frittata, because the eggs are going to do the binding. And if you've made quiche or frittata, you'll remember that your egg sets and everything sort of sticks together. So that's basically what we're trying to achieve today. There we go. Nice and simple. Okay. Chuck that bit on top. Now, for the fun bit, the other ones, we've just got to crumble them onto the top. So the best way to crumble them is obviously break them into the 4s. You know, when you want to break these, they don't break. They break when you buy them and you're sort of carrying them and you drop them. That's when they break. So just over the top, and they'll just basically crispy up a bit on the top here. Now we're going to bake this for 30 minutes or until it's set. So once again, that the setting is just literally the egg setting. So I will see you when we have a set carrot and cheddar slice. Okay, so because of the way my oven is, I gave it 25 minutes. Just going to stab it there. I think it's done. That just looks like cheese because I could smell it. I don't know. It does say to stand it for 15 minutes. Thing is, the problem with this sort of dish, you don't know. No, I'm going to pop it back in for another 5 minutes. That's not quite set. Even though it's burning, it looks like it's burning on the top. I'm going to put it back in for another 5 minutes, but lower it down to 160. So that's very important that you have a look, because that is an egg pocket there. Even though you've got to stand it for 15 minutes, yes, it could set. We can't take that risk. So I'll see you soon. Okay, so that extra 5 minutes has made a bit of difference. I'm just going to leave it now, 15 minutes. That way it will cool and set. And then I'm going to lift it out, cut it into slices and have a little slice and enjoy. So thank you for watching this episode of Cooking with Violet Vixen. This has been carrot and cheddar slice, and I hope you enjoy it. And don't forget, if you never want to miss an episode, hit the subscribe button. Catch you on the next one. Bye.